Hey guys, what's going on? Ranger Reviewer 07. I know it's been a while, but here I am, thankfully. Today I'm very excited to bring you this new review of the armored Mighty Morphin White Ranger. So let's get to it. Alright, so recently the new armored Might Rangers or armored figures have been hitting the East Coast. I know about a week or two back that the West Coast actually got these first, but went on Target via the link to check if your local Target has it on store, provided by Raz. Raz, thank you so much. Literally, without that link, I wouldn't have been able to find this. Went to Target. Unfortunately, the figure was not put out. Actually, the first Target I went to, someone actually bought it before me, and I went 30 minutes after it opened, so I'm competing with someone in my area. Thankfully enough, this was not pulled out yet. Asked the guy, gave him the DPCI number, and what he was able to pull this out. So here we go. Let's take a quick look at the packaging. It's pretty much the same thing as the armored Mighty Morphin Red Ranger, just with obviously the White Ranger. So you have a nice window display, window box display. You got the shields up here. You get the interesting figure. We'll talk about that later. Again, 3 ways to play. Promoting the ACG once again. White Ranger Tommy. And then we have the little backstory that they always give. Oh my gosh, this is so annoying. And then we have the different parts and what else it comes with, as well as promotions for the other Rangers that also are available. So probably one of the least important things in this box, at least to me, because I already know how to use and play with this, is the pretty much instruction sheet, instruction manual, whatever you guys want to call it. It's just one single side. Tells you where all the pieces go, how to swap hands, as well as place Saba there. And there's nothing on the back. Also included in the packaging, we also have this Power Rangers ACG card of the White Mighty Morphin Ranger. It is P-164 of the promo series that usually comes with toys or are exclusives. Alright, so let's get into the accessories now. And we have these things which are pretty much cuffs or boots, extensions for the boots that go around the calf area. So these are actually 2 pieces, and you can pull them apart and put them back together like so. I'm going to do it really lightly here because I want it to snap when I actually put it on the figure, but you get one for each leg. Moving to the arms, we have these wrist cuffs, which go obviously on the wrists. So these are just one piece. You would take off the hand and just slide them into so, and I'll show you guys that later. But you get 2 of these, one for each arm. Last but not least, for the arms, we get these bands, which are kind of the same thing on the powered up Red Ranger. You just slip them again from the handless arm, and they would be on the biceps and triceps of the figure. Going into the shield now, we have 2 different parts, and obviously this is different from the Red Ranger because it's the White Ranger, but the same concept of these 2 parts coming together and clasping as one. So I'm not too sure how well this is going to fit, but I shall try. Also included are these hands, so you can kind of change how your figure is posing, much like Figuarts. So these are opened hands, and the ones that are already on the figure are closed. Last but not least, we are going to look at Saba, and Saba here isn't too shabby, to be honest. Most of the paint on here is just gold and silver. Silver being on the blade part, with gold accents surrounding, I would guess say the shield, the guard of the sword right here, as well as the power coin and this little gold accent that runs on both sides. Nothing too much on Saba's head there, as you can see, but it's still not bad of a sword in my opinion. Alright guys, let's go look at Tommy pretty much bare bones, no shields, no cuffs, no boots or anything like that, because that's where a lot of the complaints are, and it's just from these gold accents on the White Ranger, and it honestly doesn't bother me. I don't know why. If it's going to be covered up with cuffs, some shields and stuff like that, why complain about it? Pretty much the same figure from the armored Red Ranger, but just in a different color, and I won't go into great detail about that, but to be honest, it's one of the best figures that I have owned. The articulations are very nice and is pretty much can move anywhere you want it to be. Just move the the parts that you want it, and it should be good. A couple of things: this belt, which is not metallic gold, it is pretty much of a regular flat gold, a little shine to it, but it's not as shiny or metallic as the diamonds, as you can see, but still pretty nice. And on the sides it has this hole in here, so if you want to have Saba just on the side, you can do so. The helmet is actually fantastic. First glance right here, there's no paint defects or anything like that, but again, I think this is just a fantastic figure. Going throughout the head, it looks pretty magnificent, I'm gonna say. It looks pretty close to what it's supposed to, and I really can't complain. Now, if we look on the back, the diamonds do pretty much continue on onto the back, and again, it doesn't affect me whatsoever. I don't have any complaints on that. The shield will be covering that as well. The butt has some serial numbers in there. Not really sure of what that is. Probably the item number or something like that. But overall, it looks pretty fantastic. And let's get some of these things, some of the pieces put together. Alright guys, so I'm going to give you a little bit of a different aspect. I usually have the whole toy from like top to bottom in there, but I thought it'd be pretty cool, a little stance, him gazing at you guys really intensely. But my final thoughts, actually before my final thoughts, let me tell you how bad these armbands and these things are, the cuffs. Like, my gosh, I've never had a worse time with those things. And to top it all off, the hands are pretty impossible to deal with. They're just like Figuarts hands. You kind of have to like maneuver yourself around the whole like ball joint and stick it in there. And you have to stick it in there really nicely, and that's what she said, I know. And like, get it there and you have to hear it pop. It just really annoyed me. But overall, coming back down, let's settle down a bit. I thought it's a pretty nice figure, guys. I can't complain about it. Pick this up for $16.99. These things are just showing and like appearing right now, so I wouldn't pay over retail for this, honestly. If you guys can wait, Toys R Us will be getting them soon. Target's in the East Coast starting today, I believe Monday. Yesterday, one of my stores had them, but it's very far, and I didn't feel like driving all the way there. But today, I checked all the local ones, and lo and behold, we have Tommy here with his awesomeness. The paint is pretty good, or the lack of paint. It's pretty much just gold pieces, but I think the gold is fantastic. It doesn't look too bad. It's not overly done. The bands themselves these things are pretty flimsy, but these things are rock hard and pretty much stay into place right there. As far as the posability, I'll have him like this. I kind of wanted to mirror my Super Legends figure, and I'll do a comparison between the Super Legends figure and this guy, the Armored Might figure, pretty soon. But to be honest, if you are looking for one, I definitely go ahead and buy it, especially if you are the one of those who is a huge fan of the original series like I am. You don't really collect anything from the newer stuff, but you do go out to Walmart's, Targets, Toys R Us, etc. Just to find something like this, then this is right up your alley. It's not too big. It's actually a really good size in my opinion. It's going to go really nicely with my Red Ranger and my Figuarts and the rest of the actual figures for the 20th anniversary. So I just can't wait. I hope they do a little bit more of these figures. I hope they do like a Gold Ranger next. As you guys know, that's one of my favorite Rangers. Titanium Ranger would be sick. Or something that they haven't done before from the Super Legends line would be awesome as well. But that's pretty much it, guys. I can't really complain about this toy, considering how easy it was to find, and like the price point is pretty spot on. And stuff like that. So it's been me, Ranger Reviewer 07. I hope you enjoyed my review. Please come back next week where hopefully I'll have a new review, probably of the Retro Fire Megazord. Yes, they did bring that back, and yes, I'm still looking for one. I will probably get that. I don't know. I'll do a comparison between the original 2010 Retro Fire. Was it 2010? Jeez, that was a long time ago. And the current one. So it's been me, Ranger Reviewer 07 here. Peace, love, Zordon. See ya.
Looking for an excellent place to pre-order the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Pink Ranger? Look no further than BigBadToyStore.com, where they're accepting pre-orders today. Links in the description down below.